Alright guys, we are back now with another episode of Shackled City. This is episode 176. I'm sure everything will be just fine. Just fine, nothing terrible can happen at all. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good, chilling.
Chilling, pretty
I'm
good.
a little worried, if I'm honest.
Because we're using way too many napkins.
Fucking fired.
Blapkins.
How's Annie's and Ronald's volume, guys, on your end? If you're watching right now, they sound okay.
I'm just gonna give you some tests just so that you can confirm.
Dude, if it was on a level of sexuality, it would be peaked right now. Okay.
I don't think that's accurate. Any sounds fine.
I sound damn fine. Get it right.
I know, bro. I'm like a fucking chocolate shake right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, good, sensual. Even.
Yeah, we shaking together, bro.
Been left out in the sun for like a week.
Yeah. Fermented, aged to perfection.
Suddenly Ronald's way too loud because we can hear him. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Well, technical difficulties aside, it's been a little bit since we played, but I think we can mostly recall what happened last time.
Yeah. Before we do that, let me just go under my bed real quick, and everyone, you too, get your chains, get your locks, because we're gonna get ready for tonight's Shackled recap.
I'd grab liquor on my shelf, but I don't have enough.
Oh,
Liquor.
and he left. Oh, there he is. Came back. But yeah, last week we were in battle. And let me go back to roll 20 so I can get this boy's.
I just wanted to highlight something that you said there. You asked everyone to get under your bed.
Yeah.
And that's where you pulled out chains and locks.
Yeah.
Get under my bed, and I'll get my chains and locks.
I stand by what I say. I'm gonna stay down there.
Okay, all right. Oh my god.
I just want to say
All right.
that I'm way too sober for this tonight.
Well, it's
All right. So,
too late to start,
Sorry.
friend.
as that recap goes, boys and ladies, we were amidst the battle at the apex of the Weejoss Tower.
Yes.
In a battle with
fuck.
Ike Iverson, who decided that to get his last bit of vengeance on us, he was gonna sacrifice himself for a ritual. And he sacrificed, boom, boom, all three of the god cards to summon Glemereth,
Close.
Spirit of Vengeance.
Very close. Yeah. Yeah.
So as that
Glemeneth.
happened, Glumeneth, whatever, he knows his name. All right,
Glemeneth.
all right, yeah.
Lumina now.
Grimora.
Yeah. H&M Ghost, yeah. So, he comes in all, spooky status, and then he's like, you guys can't stop me. And then just like kills everything. Just like people dropping left and right. They're all goo. And then, over here we got Jakob trying to use some magic. He's like, watch this. You guys are gonna see the peak of what arcane magic can do. And then wild magic surge, and all the guys get a zap back into the shadow realm, which is the bathhouse.
I totally meant to do that.
Yeah. So kind of finished off with Ulhime and Klaus, or Rahk, I'm sorry, who is now possessed
But we don't
by
know that yet.
Glemereth, Spirit of Vengeance incarnate.
What was
So
wild was
that's-
that finger there, Will, was very red rum. And I'm not going to lie, Glemeneth was slightly inspired by that film. So it's kind of wild. That's a neat little callback. We'll see.
That's where we're at right now.
Just a little treat for you. Little snippet.
A little treat. Yeah, definitely. So he's not wrong. You guys did. You ascended to the top of the tower. The Temple of Weejoss, where you found Ike Iverson. There was a bit of a conversation. It didn't go super smoothly, but what all was said, what was shared? Before he went into this sacrificial ritual, what words were shared? And between whom?
Between us,
Thelsa.
primarily. So if you
Yeah.
want to kind of go back and
Most of it was just that I was trying to tell him he wasn't fit, and he was like, "You're right, but you're not fit too, and I'm going to make sure that you're never the leader here." To give you the total rundown, and he said that he'll stop at no cost to make sure I never take a lead in the temple.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that's basically the TLDR of it. Is he said that you're not fit to run this place, and why did he give himself up? Why not go through the same state of what he did last time? Because he just won. Like the last time you guys fought, he won.
Well, he had lost his divine favor from last time. He didn't have this fight, so if that divine favor was also a boost of confidence on his, he no longer had access to it. So
this didn't seem like something that was just random, though. This seems like it was something prepared in my mind. So I think I don't know if this was some kind of plan he had ahead of time or something along the lines, but you don't just come up with like, I was smited, and between the time that it took them to run from the Shining Tome to the Ouija's temple, I came up with the idea of summoning this specific.
I mean, that could be a last-ditch effort, though. I mean, that could have been one of those things where, like he said, like he had plans for stuff to happen, and the moment like we showed up, we literally not even threw a wrench, like we kicked over the whole fucking machine, and he's like, "Well, I've got nothing." Like whatever the plan he had, it got delayed. It got pushed off so far where his only option was if I can't make it anymore, then these guys aren't going to make it either. Which is why I'm assuming he did the ritual the way he did, because he wasn't invoking Ouijas at that point. He was just doing a blood magic ritual to essentially bestow a curse in the form of a creature upon someone, whether that was his intention or not. But that's what he did.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. And I mean, I don't think you're that far off the mark, any. To say he had it prepared, didn't really need much in the way of preparation. The preparatory cost was his life.
Yeah.
So he was the walking reagent at that point. He just needed to know the ritual. Who knows how long? There was something that was weird with his face. I had mentioned it.
His glamour had come off. It was like the top corner had been cracked. And it was showing like the actual form of what he was underneath, which before Ouija's had kept protected. But since he didn't have that favor anymore, the guise was slowly starting to come apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also tried to incite peace with him, but he was I guess by the time we already got there, he was kind of already made up his mind.
He was kind of pissed that we ran to kill him after his protection immediately fell off.
Yeah, you guys did.
Well, people don't like when that happens.
You did run up in his quote unquote house with your weapons drawn.
Yeah.
Your intentions were at least fairly obvious enough to him.
Yeah, and well before we actually got there, we did kind of take steps to completely wreck his attachments to his god. So
yeah, so
he might have taken that a little personally, like a bitch.
Whether or not, I mean, we tried to show up in good faith or not, I don't think his resolve would allow him to have peace with at least our group. But that's where we ended for the most part.
He was at wit's end. You know, he thought that he played his cards right, and he played a dangerous game, but it inevitably brought about his death by his own hands, nonetheless. So, play loose and hard. He didn't win, and that happens. But yeah, this is where we are, and the session ended with the summoning of Gleminath.
Yes,
all of us leaving.
Some of you leaving.
Most of us leaving.
I saw him jump into Klaus, right?
I didn't quite jump into Klaus, or not Klaus, Rahk.
I was gonna say it'd be pretty hard to jump into Klaus at this point.
I would be surprised.
He was like, "Fuck you guys, I got better things to do."
Well, I mean, to jump into Klaus, you'd need a shovel and a Ouija board, but
he's a ghost. I don't think he needs a shovel.
The thing about elementals, they don't really present an apathetic threat of being the undead. There was no way that even Klaus could remotely become undead just because undeath for lightning. It's
you still had a body that was put in the ground after the hanging.
Well, the thing is, that's
so
not
you
Klaus. He would have jumped into the ex-body of whatever that old dude's name was.
Which
So
one?
he jumped into
Mason.
Klaus's true body. He would have had to turn into an elemental, which isn't something that I think can happen. That just doesn't sound plausible.
Oh, he could have. You guys did get him in his elemental form briefly, and that was at the Citadel. Remember?
Oh no, I meant the undead going into Klaus's
yes.
elemental form.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. He would probably kill himself doing it. But,
It would be cool to watch him kill himself, though.
It would be wild. It would certainly be wild.
It would probably kill us all, because it doesn't sound like two magical beings immediately just tearing
Can you imagine
each
if
other
Klaus
apart.
came back
Sounds-
right now? Oh my god, he'd be like, "You fuckers didn't even grieve me at all. There was no ceremony, no nothing. Fucking Emperor Lightning. That's he would just pin out and blow
I
the
think
place
the word
up.
you were looking for is Palpatine.
Yes.
Shit! Now Disney's gonna come after us. Shit! Sorry.
You said the two words you're never supposed to say.
Yeah.
Quick, say your apologies to the mouse.
This ain't his house, not this time. Hashtag damn it, sniper. That'll be trending before too long. So, the scene ended at the top of the tower. We had a very, very damaged Ulhime facing off with Rahk. Rahk was enraged and enraptured, and Gleminath spoke and took him. Do you recall what he said before the session ended, Will?
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
He whispered to you,
Was it that he wants to kill Thelsa?
"You are mine." He said that to you before he took you. You donned the shroud of Gleminath, and you became dominated. You have nothing but the purest vision of death for your ally, Thelsa. It is your
What are you
only
hoping?
pursuit. Your rage never ends. You do not suffer from fatigue. There is no exhaustion. Even if it's been magically cast upon you, it cannot function. So, until they happen to engage in the conversation with Gleminath, if they happen to engage in that conversation, you pretty much have no desire to injure anyone unless they stand directly in your way. And if they do, then you'll go through them. That's your basic command, is to kill Thelsa. Make sure she's mashed potatoes by the time your hammer is done.
It looks like I'm off to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Goodbye.
Question for you, Bug. Can
What's
you
up?
death spell something that's undead?
Yeah, it just heals it though.
Generally,
Yeah, it's like a true resurrection. Feels good, man.
Yeah. I think Circle of Death just heals, and then Harm heals as well.
I was talking
I think-
Phantasmal Killer.
No, that
I'm just hoping.
no undead perceives
Probably not
Phantasmal
Phantasmal
as,
Yeah.
as anything other than the magic silhouette of whatever you're trying to
It's
spawn
just-
it as.
Spawn the Phantasm in, and he's just like, oh, hey, it's Paul. I didn't expect to see you up here.
So as the situation unfolds, Ulhime, you're peering across. Rahk stands. There is no shake, no stutter, no tremble. His muscles cord, unendingly so. It's a borderline internal vibration, but he is stoic in nature, a sentry. And there is this emanating shroud. When you cast your vision over his face, there is but this small veil, and you see this almost alabaster-like shimmer of another face over the top of his. It's very faint. He peers down for a moment, looking at his hands, peering at his weapon, and then he looks to you. And the floor is yours. Both of you.
Okay. Yeah, seeing that he just transformed, I would take like a step closer to him. Rahk, are you all right?
No response.
He does not
Ulhime
speak.
Ulhime will move a bit closer.
It's at that point when you take a few steps closer that while his head begins to turn, the mask, the alabaster glare, peers first at you, and then his head follows like a shadow, imitating it.
Listen to me. Say something if you're there. Rahk, say something.
No response. It's at this point that the lips begin to move over the alabaster visage. It doesn't move like your or my lips, where it's this subtle roll, like a twist and turn of a sheet. This is almost blocky, like you're watching this thing sort of emulate a false mouth.
Rahk rests. I am now him. And
Who
you,
are you?
Glimmernath, a geist of the past. And you are not my target. You are dead.
Who is your target then?
A woman. A woman in red. I have but a singular vision. And I will stop at nothing to see that she breathes no more.
I can't let you do that. You need to get back my friend.
Your friend will be yours when I am through, and not a moment sooner. If you wish to take physical action, I encourage you to. Please, try to stop me. I warn you, I won't feel it, but your friend will.
I will surge up my my bolstering aura, and as I clench my fist, start channeling as much divine energy as I can into it. As I start running at him, I'm gonna cast Smite Evil, and I will attack him with my my touch attack.
Okay, let's see. Once per day, a paladin can call out the powers of good to aid them in their struggle against evil. As a swift action, the paladin chooses the target within the smite. So, you've targeted whom?
If I can target the veil that's hanging over Rahk, then I'm gonna target that.
Okay, all right.
And then as I go in, I'll make my attack on him.
Okay, go and make your attack. That's gonna hit. You're definitely gonna hit. You're gonna break it. Well, I'm gonna drop something to you in Discord so that you are aware. For all intents and purposes, you'll be treated and functioning with these saves.
So he's struck for 17 holy damage, and then the smite. Sorry, I just need to calculate the. I need to calculate the smite damage he's taking.
Sure. What you got?
It says, and my charisma spells to our attack rolls, and that's our paladin level. To all damage rolls made against the child. If the target is an evil outsider, first attack increases 2 points per level the paladin possesses. So it's an extra 2 damage plus addition against full bonus. Okay, so yeah, it's just that, and then I just get a deflection bonus equal to my charisma while
Okay.
fighting.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And you're basically just punching, right?
Yeah, it's essentially like the not skeletal gauntlet. Just it shines gold. The eye itself
Sure.
is shining a luminescent gold, and it hits them with the
Okay.
holy damage.
Perfect. So, what happens here? You strike, you draw forth this punch, and as you levy it into what you believe is the centermost mast of this shroud, the punch connects, but you see it transfer. It seems to strike the target, most certainly. There's a ripple of this veil, this shroud over the top of Rahk, but the damage also hits Rahk. The smite itself hits the shroud, but you've left a denting blow over the figure that is your ally. He's additionally taking damage. You can see it.
I'll staffle back my punch after I realize what happened.
You see it now, don't you? You're aware. It's a risk you take. You can try to put me out of his existence. You can try. No. Unless you wish to. Stop me. Take further actions. I'll be on my way.
As that happens, as he kind of takes his fist back, he'll once again try to channel as much energy as he can, and then channel positive energy to deal damage to undead. So I'm going to be taking damage myself on this one.
Okay, you have you're channeling.
Yeah. So I'm already taking 13, I believe. I think we already talked about that. That
Yeah.
I would just take half the damage of it.
You do get a save on this. What is this save? It's a will save, or is it fortitude?
I believe it's going to be a will save. Yeah, will save for half. DC's 18.
Okay. Will, make a will save, and add your channel resistance. $27. What did I have to beat? 18? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he takes half.
So you take 13. You take 13 as well. It's now that he's taken 2 actions. I pass this to you. Do you feel like this is enough of a threat? Does Will believe this is enough of a threat to take physical action?
I mean, given the fact that he just punched me in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be 15 damage, I'm sorry. Because the smite effect also activates. So
Okay.
it's another extra 2 damage.
Sure. Gotcha.
But yeah, as that happens, do I see that it treats him as though he's an undead too? Like, do I see his skin starting to kind of have the same burning effect my gauntlets and stuff would be having?
Somewhat, yeah. It does seem to be having that effect. It looks as if it is struggling to resist, but after that momentary that strike, it seems to almost kind of like fall back. Imagine like a curtain sitting pristine and still, and then the wind strikes it, and as it sort of like flutters back from the effect.
Okay, so then at least this effect didn't affect Klaus, but it affected the apparition.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, as I see that happen, kind of see like past all the cracking that you've seen before from the damage that he's taking, kind of cock a smile. He's like, "It seems you do have a weakness."
Okay, if you guys are gonna fight it out, give me initiatives. Ulhime with the 22. And let's see. Rahk with the 21. Seems easy enough. Seems easy enough. Okay, everybody else, you are stuck on Bagel.
Stand by.
Yep. And we go in descending. Then you guys are good to go. And I'll change your music. Okay. We'll bring down you. And we'll put this up here. I think we want to go... Yeah. Let's go with that one. Choosing not to activate any of your abilities, at least immediately, Lemoneth passes physical control to you. The fight is yours. It goes first in initiative as Ulhime. You're up.
I will cast Divine Faith, or Shield of Faith upon myself.
Okay. Ulhime, give me a D1000.
Oopsies. Wild magic coming in hard.
Oh my god. Yes, Furus, it is. Alright, so. I also wanted to let people know that if you feel like you believe the players need an opportunity to have some luck, by gifting 5 subs, you can give them a luck reroll, and they just might need that. Alright. Get lucky on this one. Stability. 525. All of your spells are now stable. You cannot be affected by wild magic for the remainder of the session. You just rolled a get out of jail free card on wild magic, so I can't affect you.
Alrighty.
So it's like a shield.
Motherfucker.
Does that cause his
Hey, let's
current
take the
spell
sniper
to
look.
go off all right? Well,
You guys get 5 luck rerolls.
Oh god.
yep. Chat's about to be full for the next 3 minutes.
That's a lot of subs.
Holy shit. Thank you so much, Phelan. Wow. That's a lot of new subs, guys. Welcome in. Hope that you enjoy it. It's wild. Remember, I get luck rerolls as well every time that we not.
Does that mean I'm operating off your luck rerolls instead of the party's?
Both.
I mean, you get your own, but I can influence the roll because I am now operating as you here.
Noted.
That can't go
Just
horribly.
use
I
them
get
all
2.
right away.
I get 2. 5
If
more
you
gift
roll
subs,
a
and I'll
crit,
get
reroll it.
I'll get my 3rd luck reroll. I can get up to a max of 5, so 50 gift subs, and I'm there, but we'll hold. We'll give you a chance. So, that's what happens, Ulhime. You effectively gain a shield, but it is not like your Shield of Faith. It does not shimmer over the top of you in the same divine spectrum that you were expecting. This time, instead, it's almost this woven knot of energy that seems to be of all tiers, of all levels of School of Magic. But you can't quite... God damn. All right. Well, I also get 5 luck rolls. Holy fuck.
This is the kind of one-upmanship I can really respect. No, Nact was like, oh no, fuck that.
Oh my god. Abby, you probably shouldn't say oh my gosh. Maybe gosh, but not gash. Christ.
At least it's not my gash.
Oh lord. Well, thank you so much. Just keeping the spot warm. I feel that. Current hype train conductor. That's nice. Nice job. What is the casting time of this? It's a standard action, so you still technically have a move. Will you be moving?
No, he once the shield is formed up, Ulhime will take like a ready, like, it looks like a shield position, but obviously he's not holding anything with it. It's just kind of a natural kind of defensive pose that he has.
Controlled by Rahk. Rahk, there we go. See, now you can control yourself and the Reaper image just above you. Wow, holy shit. Okay, guys, y'all going hard. Then, in order, it goes right away. Boom. Rahk, it's your turn.
I assume my range is still the same. So I need to be within 5 to hit?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to 5 foot forward and then full round power attack.
Okay.
Had to group my tokens.
Christ. Not expecting that. Well, I definitely just had your orgasm in my ear.
I'm just slowly watching.
Not a fan of this. This is bad news for Xander. I hope you all know that.
This is the only way we'll
But you can't kill him.
I wanted to get a new buddy anyway.
You want to fucking bet?
Well, not unless you go visit the mayor.
Alright, so I'm also going to use my powerful blow rage power, which on the 3rd attack, let's say, because that's my lowest to hit.
Okay. Oh my fucking god. The die rolls.
3rd adds a +4. I don't know that that's going to matter because it's only a 16 still.
I mean, you can still re-roll it, remember.
You know what? That's worthwhile.
You rolled really bad on all 3, actually.
None of them hit.
You are correct. I did roll really bad.
All of them.
all at once.
And
Do it.
you know what? Fuck it. There's so many rerolls. Like, there's no reason not to.
Yeah,
Sure.
You got 10 effective rerolls.
No, 5. You guys can only have a max of 5.
No, but you have 5.
Oh, that's
and
true. I can utilize
Bub,
that. Yeah.
you should really throw one of yours in with it. That way it balances. Oh god. Oh no.
That's slightly better.
That's slightly
First
better.
one hits.
First one's gonna connect.
The other ones will miss.
What about 26? Still misses?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Beef. That was still
So,
your
This is what happens. You're using a mace, right? Or a warhammer?
Earthbreaker, yeah, it's essentially a warhammer.
So as essentially like what's going to happen is the moment you bring down your weapon, it looks like Ulhime is taking a lot of the first hits from the first round that happened, but off your reroll, he brings the hammer down and it completely shatters through the hand of Helm, and you just see it go as it starts caving in, it starts exploding, and then as you connect to the shoulder right here.
Wow, holy shit. So you're like, it's gone right now?
Ulhime as a whole is gone.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like I said, when I was low on HP, I meant
Yeah.
I was low. And the last ability that I did to damage him also damaged me.
so the way that this works, realistically, like narratively, how that it looks is you went in for the full attack round, but when you connected the first time, It basically shattered him like glass. And as you kept swinging, maintaining the thoroughfare of your attack, you were just swinging through dust. Rahk himself realized this might be a feature of Ulhime, but Bubbernaut doesn't. So he just witnessed this as well. Is Ulhime dead? Ulhime is dead. Yeah, but that's the thing. He's dead already.
You said it was a D6, right? Or D4 when we talked about it?
A D4.
Hi, Christy.
Remember, if you're unhappy with this roll, you can re-roll that too. You want to re-roll it? You got 5 luck re-rolls.
I mean, yeah, other than that, I'm going to probably be incapacitated for a couple of days.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to use them if it lands on the floor.
I mean, either way, it's gonna be a while, so I don't even know if it would really matter.
And then he woke up 3 days later.
I mean, it matters at this point.
We're probably going to need you because the rest of us don't know that he's possessed by the evil spirit of death.
No, we know.
I'm gonna be out for a while,
Thelsa
regardless
knows.
of what I roll.
Yeah, you know. Hype train.
Well, if I'm not around, I can at least give my. Oh no, you said we can't do the D4 thing anymore, right? Where we give up a luck reroll to add a D4 to someone's roll.
No.
No.
When we had the bane the month after the boon.
Sure, I guess, yeah.
I would utilize the reroll. Hope for a lower roll. I mean, you've got him, and you're not really sure how long it's going to be before you come back up. Oh, God. Yeah, that's 2 down. Go ahead. You got 3 more.
You got 3 more.
2's not bad. I'd be pretty happy with that. Unless you want to keep going.
I mean, either. I guess I can try.
You got two luck rolls left. You got 1 left. Oh, fuck. It's 2. Okay, Jesus.
There it is.
Yeah, so, yeah, as you see, like, at that last moment, right after he shatters, you see essentially, like, this ghost, golden ghost form of him, and then where the right arm is, it's like this blackish red, hand that you see, and they both fade outside of that. And Ulhime he's gone.
Remember that part where he said that you can't kill him, and then you just definitely killed him?
I mean, you can't really kill him.
I mean,
I
don't know. That looked pretty effective to me.
We also thought that Klaus could not die until he died.
Yeah, but there were hands at play making him die hard.
But yeah,
I would
not
say
like
the
die hard, like die hard.
Is a hand at play.
that's how the Ulhime crumbles. So I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
Be right back.
Okay. All
Good
right.
plan. Good plan.
All right. And with that, in your very naturally Terminator-like state, you bring the weapon to your side and you start moving.
Yeah.
Your vision is of the death of Thelsa. And even if you don't know immediately where she is, you can feel where she is.
Well, that's not good.
So when you say moving in a Terminator style, my imagination of this would be, because my singular purpose is to kill Thelsa, I'm going to move as quickly as I possibly
You're gonna
can.
fucking book it down Main Street. Oh god.
You don't.
I mean, I know Bubbernaut is a little bit more chill than that, but
I mean,
You're fucking sprinting at like 80 feet, and he just goes, "Dude, can we chill?"
I
I'm
don't know
trying
that-
to relax."
Well, guys, you got to remember, this is a barbarian in constant rage.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not.
He's not stuck in that mode of, oh yeah, rational thought. It's more like, oh,
the way
he has
I
a
see it-
sensation as to where the prey is, and he starts like leaping out of fucking buildings. I would be shocked if he doesn't jump out of this tower.
I
it's a
feel
little
like
high for me.
Bubbernaut isn't affected by Rahk's rage. It's Rahk's body that's affected by Rahk's rage.
Yeah,
Bubbernaut
Rock's
just
body
kind
is
of-
the one doing the moving.
Can
Yes.
I have something cleared up for me?
What's up?
If you do non-lethal damage to someone, and they heal up, doesn't that get rid of the non-lethal damage, or does the non-lethal damage just go away like normal?
1 point of healing will take care of all subdual damage.
I looked it up, and that's not the case anymore.
It's not.
Oh,
Okay.
they went ahead and
So-
updated
No,
it.
it's
So
not the case
how-
anymore. The way that it's tracked is different. So essentially, you track down from your top total, right? So if you have,
Yeah.
let's just say you have 30 health, you get stabbed with a dagger, you take 2 damage. Suddenly you have 28 health.
Right.
Well, of that 28 health, that is your current max. If someone punches you in the balls and you take 3 points of subdual or non-lethal damage in that case, then you have 23 health and 3 subdual damage taken. It's its own track, which is weird. I had to look it up. There was a big
So the
argument about
subdual
that.
has to go ahead and match what your maximum HP is.
Yeah.
So if you're
Okay.
like drop down to 23 health points and somebody kicks you in the nuts for somehow 23 points.
Yes.
Then you drop.
Then you go unconscious.
And is there a way to heal your subdual?
It's like you normally, I think it's something like 1 point every hour, I think is what it is. 1 point an hour.
But
So
it's
get
not
back.
something you can heal with a potion.
Oh
or
yeah,
it's
you definitely can. You can drink a potion, someone can heal you, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, so then in that case, would it heal from your full HP pool, or would it heal subdual then?
It would, I mean, you're technically, at that point, if you're unconscious, then you're just getting healed. If someone wakes you, then it's different, but the point of doing subdual damage non-lethal is to render them incapable or unconscious. Generally,
Yeah,
that's what
rather
I've
than
seen.
killing you.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yes, inevitably you are going through the subdual damage in healing, but
Okay.
that might not be as pertinent at the moment, unless, of course, that's the goal that you want to go through. Depends on how much you like Rahk.
I kind of want to go for the option that doesn't have Rahk dying.
That's
Or
fair.
something.
That's fair. This is my favorite. I like inter-party conflict. This
No,
way,
I don't.
Will also gets to take out all of his frustrations on any of the people in the chat that's
I
giving
prefer
shit.
I prefer the part in the party where we all separate and go different directions, and I'll come back having fucked the city in 8 different ways.
The funniest
Before
thing
I
to me
chase down
is-
Thelsa, I want to get all of your bad decisions tattooed across my forehead so they know what's coming for them.
Rahk doesn't know much about Thelsa because we've talked like 3 times.
Yeah.
So out of if you're not metagaming, you don't hate me that much yet because you don't know what I've done.
I also don't care.
Yeah, but it really doesn't matter to you
Fair.
because you're possessed. But I'm just saying, I'm probably the least hated out of the group because all that shit
He
that
doesn't
happened in
hate me.
town, I was outside of that. I was
Yeah,
just chilling
he
inside the
doesn't hate
church the whole
Cort.
time.
I
least
think
I don't-
I think it's what may have been said about you, but it's not Rock's opinion at this point. What matters is
Yeah.
the influence of
Yeah.
Gleminath
Yeah.
on his mind.
And he
I
kind of
don't- I
has a
don't
pretty
think
good
Rahk
influence.
wants to kill me out of his own volition.
Correct. It's
He
like
comes to
supplanted
kill you.
memories.
Wait, Rahk, it's me, Thelsa. You know me.
Yeah, bitch, I know you about to die.
Fuck.
All right, I'm just gonna catch you later.
Okay.
He's just gonna
I can
dip
only
the
run 30, you
Sasserine for
can
a
run
few
80,
months.
but I can run straight into that tree over there.
Why do I picture her doing that and then doing the finger guns? I'm gonna catch you later.
No,
Okay.
it didn't fucking bring me into the foyer. I'm sad.
Um,
Something that would disappear into the screen.
I'm just gonna. I need a spell that can convince someone entirely that they're someone else,
Okay.
so that I can just convince Cort that he's Thelsa, and then
No, God, fuck no.
All right.
Horrible idea.
This is how this works. The camera turns. It pans off of Rahk, off of this dusted Ulhime, and it moves back to the bathhouse.
Poof.
Here you are. You're standing. You realize what's happened. You don't necessarily know exactly what's happened. But as you peer around you, the three of you, you realize that Ulhime and Rahk is not there at all.
Thelsa has a good clue as to what's going on because Gleminath spoke to her and said his name, and then he watched it go into Rahk somehow, and then immediately as that was happening, they teleported out. So she has an idea. But first things first, she wants to go see the mayor
Okay.
because of all the people she can talk to, I think he's the most helpful right now.
Does she even know what the mayor is capable of or what he is?
She knows that he's a beholder, not what he's capable of, but that he claims to have eyes everywhere and that everything in town is his business. But the things in the church are not, which is why I'm thinking it's not going to be in the church for long. They should probably be notified, and then maybe give me some guidance. And if he knows this person,
I would say that while Thelsa might know that he is a beholder, Thelsa likely doesn't know what a beholder is.
No, I've heard it, and Ulhime keeps talking about his eye stalks.
Yeah.
Every time we work together, but I just know that it's some kind of powerful thing.
All right, I'm minimizing Discord, so I'm not getting any more messages. And you guys get RP here. It's open. Remember, you were just heated. You were in combat. I mean, Cort is still
Cort's
under
looking
duress
around
and
because
injury.
Cort, the way that Cort took the teleport wasn't like a conscious, yes, I'm ready to take the teleport. Cort just is assuming, hey, allies casting spells, probably a good thing. He's not, rejecting it. So he was in the middle of a fight, and he's just kind of like, wait, what?
Yeah, so basically the way I thematically imagine this happening is, Jacob's preparing to cast a big, mighty, damage fuck you spell, and then everybody just ends up, shadows creep in, shadows creep out, they're in the bathhouse. And poor Jacob, he's just kind of looking around like, I did not intend to do that.
Yeah, Thelsa is going to be looking around too for a couple seconds. Just
Ulhime?
gather your bearings, and then...
Okay.
Where's
she's
Rahk?
gonna...
Where's Ulhime? Oh, no.
And after a few seconds of this, she's going to teleport to the mayor's office.
Cort can't teleport. Cort's
is this
probably going to go run
No,
back.
Thelsa's going alone.
So wait, Thelsa just is like, fuck you, dip.
Yeah,
Literally
she's not
go
saying a
through,
word.
like,
She's just
teleport.
leaving.
Okay, so it's just like that. Go ahead and throw up teleport so everybody can see what that's like.
Oof.
It instantly transports you to a designated destination. So the way that this works is just as that. You get that. It's up to 100 miles per caster level, and well, you got plenty of caster levels.
I hope this isn't that far.
What does this look like though, narratively? If you had to describe this, remember, magic is influenced by the user. So
Yeah.
what does it look like?
Since I'm a sorcerer, everything derives from my blood. So you're going to see, oftentimes whenever I cast spells, my veins will start to pulse with a little bit of light.
Yeah.
And as it does so, I start to get wrapped in this veil of this almost pink. It's very white, but almost a little bit of red tinge in it. It'll start to envelop around me, and then as it falls, I just disappear from your eyes.
Perfect. And she's gone. She vanishes. Jacob, you look at Cort, and Cort is already running out the door.
Yeah, where was the last place we had Marion?
Marion was with
He's with Chubbs.
And I think they were organizing some of the necessities so that they could go outside of the town. You gave them
so
money.
they're not at the bathhouse. They're out in the town.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, as out on the town as you can.
Then Cort would probably run out the door, scream Marion, and then not get a response, and then book it to the church.
Oh God! And here's poor Jacob, not sure just what happened.
Yeah.
Then Thelsa just whips right off, and he's like, "Oh, that and then
I'm just
and
gonna
then
run.
and then he's just running out, and it's like, oh.
And Jacob, you're alone again.
Oh.
In the last 30 seconds, you were paralyzed. You were attacked. Your allies were getting clawed and stabbed and just ran through.
Yeah. So in his mind, he can't help but think, "Oh, Thelsa did this. Thelsa did this. No." At which point he starts, of course, trying to run down Cort. What are you thinking you're doing?
Going back to help.
But what happened?
Cort covered in blood, running through the streets. Not even human blood. Like it's varied in greens and blacks, just painting his body. Jacob slowly catching up, but getting there. Not having to deal with the same duress that Cort is under. He catches up.
We have to go back and help him. We can't just leave him in that fight alone. I don't know why we're not there anymore, but we have to go back.
At which point Jacob's gonna kind of grab Cort by the nape of the collar and like jerk him back. And rule number 1 of winning a fight: don't fight fair. If we're gonna go ahead and go back, We need backup.
Cort, all you've known is fair. You've only been taught the art of combat by the sword and how to be a knight. It's only this dirty fighting that you've learned from being within the group. Admittedly, they've been borderline hilariously successful, but they also pack a lot of punch. It's more than just dirty tricks that win for them. They're very talented. How does this land with you when he tells you that you don't fight fair? As a knight, a recently appointed knight, and very young at that.
I'm going to shrug him off. I have to go and defend my friend. You can go and get help, and I'll try and slow them down as much as I can.
Slow him down? I'm not sure if you saw necessarily just what we were facing down before Thelsa yanked us out. Well, before I think Thelsa yanked us out. No. We need something that packs a little bit more punch. And then he starts kind of yanking Cort along, because at this point he wants to try and, well, they know a dragon. Why not go ahead and seek some help, since at least Jakob knows what was summoned. Not who, but he knows what.
Interesting. Okay. All right, so your goal is to make it back to Mr. Sasha.
Going to resist you tugging at him.
Okay, I guess he's resisting you. Do you fight against him, Jakob? Or do you what do you do here? What does this look like?
Yeah, I figure they're gonna have something of a tug of war between the two of themselves in the street for a moment, and then Jacob's gonna, basically gives Cort, if you go back on your own, all you're going to do is die.
What about Rahk? What about Ulhime?
Rahk and Ulhime, hopefully, are smart enough to run away and try and find us.
When was the last time you saw Ulhime run away?
Good point. But Rahk's the smart one.
I think we have to go back and help them. It doesn't feel right.
I ask here, I'm curious. I've got to know. Red.
Yes.
Do you feel like it's even? It's an even point. Is it 50-50? Or are you just 100% going back regardless of what he says? Because if you think it's very 50-50 and he has a compelling argument.
He does have a compelling argument.
Then maybe leave it to a die roll.
He's not entirely wrong.
However, can he sway you? Is that something that you think would happen?
Cat, hush.
I'd be willing to go 50-50 on it.
Yeah, I'd say 50.
Okay, then
my cat agrees too. Apparently.
We'll leave it to a die roll here.
Diplomacy.
Even stay, odd leave.
Okay. Even stay.
Okay.
Odds leave. You rolled a 68.
All right. Cort's gonna stay with Jakob, I guess. Or yeah.
Look, Cort, trust me on this. I've lost my fair share of fights. I've won my fair share of fights. This is something way above our heads. We need to go ahead and find some magical expertise. So just come with me.
What if Sasha doesn't help us?
Well, at least we tried, and we can always run back. It's not like the church is going anywhere. And the longer we go ahead and talk about it, the longer it's going to be before we get back. So let's go. Run, boy.
I'm just going to sigh and then start taking off in that direction.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
I will turn around and slap you with my sword.
You begin running to the Shining Tome.
Yeah.
Thelsa. Time is of the essence. You have no idea what's happening. You have no idea what exactly it was that was summoned. You just got a name.
Yep, I got a name, and I saw it for a second, and it looked scary, and I don't really want to touch it.
Okay.
It's a ghosty boy.
You can teleport pretty much anywhere You've got plenty of caster levels, and you can go up to this rate at 1,300 miles, which is a fucking far distance.
Teleport away, wait until Rahk is in my line of sight, teleport back home again, and keep doing that, because it's definitely going to take more than a day, so...
Yeah. So, the problem is, you're redirected. You're not put into his homestead. You're put just outside of the castle. It is protected.
Yeah, I remember.
There's a brief fizzle from where you wanted to arrive to the front of the castle. You felt the pressure in that moment as you began to teleport, this light that pours over your person. It immediately changes, and you're gone. You're in a new location. You feel the wind sort of kick over your person, and you appear before two guards who are absolutely flabbergasted at your arrival. They immediately start shuffling to their equipment, and they look like they're trying to draw a weapon. Not really sure of what's happening. Do you say anything?
Please, this isn't a threat. I need to speak with the mayor. It's urgent. And I'll say it as serious as I can.
Have you been here before?
Yes,
Okay.
I came not too long ago with Ulhime when we heard that Ike was back at the temple before we went to the Shining Dome.
Okay.
Would have been today.
I'll say upper. And one of them looks like he kind of rubs his eyes from him. Oh, yeah. Yes, you say it's urgent. What's the manner of business? What's happening?
Tell him that there is a grave danger and that it is going to be rummaging through the town, and I need his guidance and to tell him a warning right away.
The guy seems to eye you for a moment. He's all right. What? Well, you've been here before. You've dealt with a mayor. Come on, come inside. Come inside. If it's that, stay here. Guard the door. She's been here before, and she has business. Come on in. Come in. He walks you in, seemingly as quickly as you've appeared. You also, while you were outside of that combat, you still had some spatter of this blood over your person.
Yep.
And he sees this. He's not even really sure what to make of it.
I don't look fresh.
And you move. As you pass through the wall again, moving through his protected sphere, entering into the castle, this homestead of sorts, you hear it again. This wisp on the wind, and it seems to dance over your shoulder, like a finger drawn up to the lobe of your ear.
I'll find you. You know where I'll be.
It's gonna stop my step for a second as I hear the voice, and then I'm gonna persist on after a second of stopping.
Okay. You move. As you enter into the home, you're greeted by the butler. He begins to bow before the guard pushes him out of the way. He says, It's urgent. She has to see the mayor. And he seems a little startled, but the stairs are ahead of you. There's nobody that seems to be in the way. Nobody's stopping you at this point. You just kind of bolt up.
Yep, I just run for the door.
Perfect. You have no weapons on your person. You don't really look to be immediately harmful, and they are aware that this place is protected magically, so they know that you might have some difficulty, especially if you're just capable of teleporting in. If you were able to get in, then there's no point in having them at all. If you can bypass his level of magic, that sort of thing. You see to his study immediately. It is shut. You hear no voices as you reach the top of the steps. The landing is free and clear. Do you just barge in?
I wouldn't even knock. I'd just open the doors immediately.
You open the door immediately, and there the mayor stands in the rear side of his office. He seems to be admiring something. A shield. The shield seems very strange to you. It's ornamental in design. It has wonderful and beautiful leafing. The problem is, the shield has a face on the front of it that seems to be keenly staring at the mayor. And for a moment, you believe that it was talking to him.
Well, I don't really have time to question it. I'd slow my pace from a run to a quick-paced walk as I move towards him.
Hearing you step inside, he begins to lower the shield to his person, and then he turns. Oh. Thelsa.
You're going to notice that I have quite a bit of fear or worry or like just general distress in my eyes and my face as I come approach.
You seem to be under a bit of duress. I assume that something is awry.
More than awry, sir. Ike is dead. He
By your
killed
hands.
himself.
Oh.
No, to summon something far worse, and it is coming after me.
Well, that is surprising. He places the shield down next to his desk. He doesn't seem startled by this.
Have you ever heard of something called Gleminath?
Give me a perception, please.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Okay.
Good enough.
Better. That's better. That's enough. It's faint. It's very, very faint. Before, you thought that you saw this mild shudder, but when refocusing your vision, you notice something very, very odd. As he's turned, this spot on his cheek briefly opens, revealing an eye on his cheek, and as he whips around, it closes. What? What did you say?
Gleminath, it spoke to me. Ike summoned it in order to eliminate me, and I needed to tell you because I don't know how long it's going to stay in town. I don't plan on staying, but whatever this thing is, if you know how I can get rid of it or leave, I know it's dead set on killing me, and I'd prefer if that didn't happen.
He draws his hands up to his mouth, and he seems to be like biting at his fingers. And you're here. That's... Oh, this is not good news. It was fine that Ike Iverson was dead, as it's not much of a problem for me anymore. It was your problem, but now you have made it my problem. Well, I think you should round out your affairs. Is there someone that you would like to collect all of your things after your untimely passing?
Is there no way to stop him? Any holy redemption? I can move vast distances quickly.
How is he moving?
If there's anything, anyone you know.
How is he moving?
He's in the body of Rahk, the large green man.
He's in the half-orc?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Christ. Oh, no, this is... Fuck! That's... He opens the door immediately, and he seems to start yelling out, Guards! A guard seems to stumble up the stairs. He's like fucking adjusting himself. He's like, yes, sir, yes, sir. Rally all of the men. I don't care if they're taking a break. Move them immediately. Sir, are you sure? Did I stutter? Move now! And the man, like, jarred, even remotely afraid, just moves back downstairs. He starts to run. You hear the pattering off of his feet. And he's on his way here. Well, why did you come to tell me?
Because I don't know if he's going to follow me, and if he doesn't, he knows. Rahk should know if he destroys this town, I will have to come back for him. But I'm hoping he doesn't come to that and he just chases me down, but then I can just lead him in an endless loop because I can teleport.
Have you ever been chased by a threat that does not sleep, that does not hunger, that does not fatigue.
Nothing but age.
Gleminath is that. Gleminath is a creeping age. And I suggest that you find the most immediate way out of the town as soon as you possibly can. This now, whatever actions you've done. Thelsa, people are going to die.
Do you know anywhere I can go that will be safe? Anyone I can contact that will help?
The only thing that you can do to prevent people from dying, and they will, anyone that walks nearest your friend, any friends that he has, any allies, the moment that they step into his vision, they risk death. A creeping chill, a silence of cold, breaks around him. And even I fear Gleminath.
No solution?
And I thought it was
That's a yes or
strange.
no.
But now it makes sense. I was sitting at my desk, and the shield moved. It tipped and fell on its face. And I thought it may have been damaged. But now there is something moving from it. He shows you the front of the shield. And you see the first impressions of Ulhime's face. Seems to be mashed against the shield, like it is a glass, some sort of pass-through that you can bear witness through. He died, didn't he?
I don't know. Someone teleported me out of the building, and I didn't see Ulhime when I landed. I guess he must have. But from what I understand, if you keep that safe, he will come back.
In time, that's how that works.
I don't really know.
In time.
But if you have no solution for me, I'm going to leave immediately. It's the least I can do for the town. And then have him kill me somewhere else if I can find no solution.
You feel it again, that wicked pull over your person, almost as if you're being watched.
7 more have gone. They've fallen to my chill.
I'm going to shudder as he does it.
Something wrong? Is he... Are you having a premonition? Is he close?
7 more have fallen to his chill, he said.
Oh, fuck. This is... You must leave.
I know. Is there any way I can contact you? If you come up with something, just... I don't know who else to see.
I don't think you understand. Gleminath will not stop until you are gone. Until
or
you are dead.
stops him.
That's fair. But whomever he seems to control, they bear their life in trade.
So, if Rahk dies, does Gleminath disappear?
No. Gleminath will only move to control another.
Shit. Like Klaus. It was hard to get rid of the first time.
You see some confusion kind of all over his brow. I'm not sure how... I don't understand. It also doesn't matter at this moment. You should probably be leaving.
Yeah, I'd just start making it for the door and full sprint until I get outside and hope I don't run into him.
Okay.
As soon as I make it outside, I would
You
like
walk outside, he's actually sitting outside at the
yeah,
food
well,
court.
I
It's
fully
like,
expect him to just be sitting there like, hey, just chilling,
what, buddy?
having a beer, you know.
Crack one open on the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna make for the outside.
Okay.
I'd likely tree hop because I don't think teleporting too many times in a row is good for my mental. So tree hopping it is.
Not teleporting, but teleporting.
Yeah, teleporting. Instead, I'm just running. I'm like phasing. I'm walking through a door to a different place instead of just ceasing to exist and existing somewhere else.
Okay. You begin to move outside of the mayor's homestead. You pass through the crenellated walls to see the same guards. They seem to be tethering themselves up, preparing for the movement of whatever is happening, hearing the Lord Mayor from inside, yelling at all of the aid, all of the help. And it's at this point that you pass the crenellated gates, and you see that same guard that you were aware of, that remembered you, even if for only briefly. And he nods to you, and fear strikes his face. You see the hair begin to stand, not as if he's being electrified, but as if it begins to harden. And as he starts to turn, he touches his face, and his beard begins to crack and break off. His eye starts to chill and turn an icy blue. His skin grows blue as well. You peer down just past him. No more than 40 feet away, Rahk is running. I need you to give me a will save.
Oh no. That doesn't go well.
24.
That's an even or an odd.
I'm gonna go with even.
Remember, you can influence this with your luck reroll if you're unhappy with it.
Yeah.
You said even?
Yeah, even.
6, even. You resist. However, you take 11 points of chill. This negative chilling wakes over your body. And as you feel this, you shove it off. The two men are not as lucky.
Yeah, they don't have nearly as many hit points.
While their eyes begin to freeze in their head, their lips begin to immediately split and crack. Their cheeks become frail and thin, like a paper bag stretched over bone, and they wither and decay down to the ground. They fall. That is not Ronald. That is Stephen. 1000%. Your head is not large enough. I'm sorry, my friend.
Instead of trying to run to a tree, I don't want to stay in this any longer than I have to. I'm just going to teleport.
Okay. I need you to give me a concentration check. Good. You succeed. You succeed. The damage was not enough to shake you.
Yeah. What's the furthest away place I've ever been? Sasserine?
Sasserine, yeah.
I'm likely just gonna go there. There's nothing on my mind except for away, so Sasserine it is.
Oh, you bitch.
Okay. And you teleport. We'll say that it's probably like 700 miles away.
Yep. It's like a little over half the distance I can travel, which is
no, that's
crazy.
probably still a bit much. I think we'll say 4. It's 400 miles away.
Man, I need to go exploring more. So get at least a 1,300-mile radius around.
Yeah.
around the mountain I'm on.
What's wrong? I thought you were gonna go back to the Demon Scar Wastes. That sounded like a fun idea.
No. You brought an idea into my head that I didn't like, so I decided not to go there.
Damn
the
me,
idea of
having
doing
thoughts and stuff. Okay.
I
She
like you
teleports
doing
out.
the flash thing and disappearing and then popping back and being like, "Look, guys, I just came."
Even if it had flickered in her mind, it would have gone when the mayor said that he was scared of Lemonath. Like, it was like, oh well, if he can take on the mayor, I don't know what else he could take on. And then the chain started to unravel, and it's like, uh-oh, what if he gets into something stronger? What if he gets into X or Y or Z? And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go as far away as I can and hope he follows.
Sure. Thelsa, as you teleport to Sasserine, where are you moving inside of Sasserine? Which location?
Probably near the church.
Okay.
It's the only thing she made in like a large note of, because the only time she was there, she went straight to the church and straight home. The only thing she remembers outside of that was the smell of the water and what the seafront looked like. So it would be of those two places.
Okay. All right, Thelsa. You teleport through, and you were just before the Great Temple of Ouijas in Sasserine. As you take steps, I need a perception check.
$38.
Okay. You take a few steps, and you hear this wispy, almost arid-like blow from behind you. Do you peer back, or do you keep running?
I'd run and make sure I'm going in a straight path that's not going to lead me into a building, and I'm going to peer behind my shoulder and hope he's not just like
There.
tear and open the rift or the portal.
When you teleport through, you know that this is a single target. It's just yourself.
Yep.
But the moment that you go through and you get about 4 or 5 steps away, you hear that windy pull again. And when you glance back as you're bolting, you're just beelining for the temple. You see 4 fingers just through the air, and it's seeming to pull, and you see Rahk peering through like it's a crack. Just tearing open the magic as you know it. Completely rewriting the rules of arcane energy. Rahk, you can try to get through, but it's a strength check and a will save.
I'm going to stop for a second when I see him starting to pull through, and I'm just going to kind of watch for a second.
I'm absolutely going to try and get through.
Okay.
If he doesn't, can it like cut him in half? Is that a thing?
No, it'll
If
just
he
seal.
doesn't hold it open?
It's like closing a door. Now, while he's making this check, you can attempt to stop him.
Yeah, I want to cast.
I'm going to use one of my luck rerolls there.
I was going to say, if you're not going to reroll that, I will.
Yeah, I want you to luck reroll that. That's one of mine right there. That's
better.
Okay, all right. Let's see a will save.
Where in the world is
I may reroll that as well.
I'm not going to give a luck reroll. I would give you one on the strength, but this is your call. And Thelsa, what do you do?
Fuck it.
I want to cast Baleful Polymorph on him.
Okay, all right.
And hope he turns into a fucking butterfly.
A little better.
Okay. The DC.
Watch him turn into a fucking dragon or
the
something.
DC is 25, even or odd in your favor.
Polymorph can't.
Let's go even.
I'll give a luck reroll to that.
Thanks, Bub.
There you go. It's
Hell
in your
yeah.
favor. Now let's see what Thelsa does. Thelsa, you said you want to cast Baleful Polymorph?
Yeah, I'm just hoping.
Give me a D1000.
It's almost like you didn't expect it.
Honestly, slipped my mind for a couple seconds.
Oh,
See, isn't it so much nicer to be a fighter? You don't have to deal with this anymore.
The target is all.
You just smack things with your
rock
sword.
if it matters.
They can't wild magic your sword.
I rolled really high.
They really can't wild magic my sword because my sword doesn't exist. It's a hammer.
Your hammer, what
It's an
save
Earthbreaker.
your weapon.
It's like a meat tenderizer on steroids.
It is a giant meat tenderizer. That is the entire point of the weapon.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh
You
my
maybe want to
god.
make a smaller character
So,
that
do you need a
Oh,
reroll?
fuck, that's super cool. No, that's super cool. Narratively, like, this makes me super excited.
that's never good.
And we'll find it. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So,
Do I pull the giant metal snake back? The
This
invisible
is-
one?
this is an attack. It just says attack. A rock and or nearby object pulls from the ground and launches at the target, striking it directly in center mass. It does
So
no
Rahk
damage,
Hits himself.
but it blows them back 20 feet minimum. So what this
Sure,
looks like,
damn.
Thelsa,
Yeah, Rahk just got
I
fucking
just throw you back through that magic hole.
Thelsa, what this looks like, as you see him tearing through and he's succeeding with one hand, you see that eye, and then just this rip as it starts to pull through. Like he's slowly dropping a door, and you can see his whole person. And as it gets it through, he starts to pass through. That's what the will save was for, to resist the compulsion of passing through a single target spell. And as he begins that pass through, you almost like force pull up an ability as you're trying to Baleful Polymorph. Not at all what you wanted whatsoever, as you're targeting him. And a statue of Weejas pulls from the ground at the Temple of Weejas and strikes Rahk in center mass, driving him back through the hole, exploding the statue into the city of Cauldron.
Nice.
Gonna confuse a lot of people.
And the teleport ceases. It's no longer there. And you hear it again.
Bitch.
No matter how far you run, I'm coming.
Yeah. We talked about consent earlier.
That's not my problem.
No!
Gleminath gives no fucks.
How well do undead things swim? Like, how fast does your swim, Will?
Yes, tell me about your Michael Phelps swim, sir. While you're raging.
Look,
he
you can't swim
breaststrokes
with a
above
hand.
the water, okay? That's how intense his raging breaststroke is. He's fucking above the water.
He's just running on the water. Oh,
Okay.
I'm curious though.
The camera pans. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Ronald. I'm super sorry for this, but you'll have to backseat a little bit to this and give these guys an opportunity to figure some things out on their own. I hope you don't
Wait,
mind.
hold on. I got this. We cut back to Ronald. Dust in the wind. And then we cut back
It's
to
just like, the after effects of the Thanos snap, just...
Pretty much, yeah. Jakob. Cort. The camera pans back and sees both of you running. You're moving in the direction of the Shining Tome. You've been here a lot recently. You'd be surprised to find that the door is already open. Charlie seems to be exiting the building. He doesn't seem to take notice of you yet, but he seems to be walking out.
We'll call to him as we're running to him.
Charlie!
His eyes turn and he sees both of you running. And in a moment, he kind of looks down, then to both of you. I knew this day would come. And he just starts pulling his shirt open, and it begins moving to both of you.
Oh, no.
It's looking right at Cort.
Oh, no. Jacob.
I'm going to leave you to go ahead and deal with that.
Jacob?
Charlie, is Sasha in?
Jacob!
Oh, fucking God. You just threw him to the horniest wolf. Lord.
I threw him so far under the bus, he's going to hit all 8 wheels.
Yeah.
I give no fucks. If nothing else, Charlie's going to keep him in one spot.
That's fair. That's fair.
In various positions, but one spot.
Oh, God. That's graphic. No longer fair. It's just graphic.
Gross.
Cort, what do? Do you take physical action? Do you harm him? Do you
No,
restrain
of course
him?
No. I'm gonna step back and say it's not what he thinks.
Okay. All right. So let's give me some role play here. Just hold on. Listen, lad. That's not just give me some role play. Let's see some Cort in action, but not in that action. He's too young.
You can blame Sniper for that.
For you being too young?
If the shoe fits.
Yeah, come on,
goddamn.
Dad.
Why do you guys think Cort's 14?
You know what? This is as good a place.
He's
I feel like
16.
things are going to get a little bit more wild the further that we go on. This is where we're going to take our first break, guys. I need to, because I don't even know what is about to happen, nor am I aware of how they're going to argue this next point out. But we're going to go on a brief break.
Come back after 11 o'clock for the After Darks Shackled City.
We've got about 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll see you guys in just a moment. Don't go too far. We'll see you guys in a second. Be right back.